If there's one thing I teach, and I want to remind you of it, it's really simple. Getting things is not going to make you happy. That's good news in a tough economy. It's a good reminder. It doesn't matter what you get. Doesn't matter whether it be money or opportunity. All those things might excite you for the moment. Even a relationship, as magnificent it may be, might be exciting for a while. But if you don't keep growing, that relationship isn't going to stay exciting. So the secret to real happiness is progress. Progress equals happiness. And if we can make progress on a regular basis, we feel alive. And that's why at the beginning of the year, we get this thing like, okay, I can have this fresh start. I could really do what my soul desires. I could expand. I could grow. I could improve. I could change. Or maybe better than change, I could progress. Everyone's going to measure themselves differently because everyone values things differently. Some people value success or significance. Some people value love more. Some value just basic levels of certainty. Our whole lives are guided moment to moment by the state we're in. Learning how to change your state, not bullshit, not fake, but to go from pissed off, frustrated, freaked out to back in your center, or creative, or determined, or something that's going to move you forward. It's going to create a better quality of life for you and others. That's a critical skill set. So moment to moment in our life is controlled by our states. Yep. If you're in an angry state, you're going to respond differently than if you're feeling playful. But what controls those states long term is your model of the world. Your worldview. If you want to break through, not just a little change, you can change laterally. You can go from being pissed off to frustrated. Right. Doesn't help you much, right? But if you really want to change, most people are trying to change. Say they want to lose weight, they want to make money. They go, how do I do it? They look for the strategy. But I'd like you to think of 3 S's. Strategy is where most people go first. Like, how do I do it? But how hard is it really truly to be fit and have energy? It's not that complex. It's not like reserved for the 1% or expensive to learn. You have to interrupt. You have to hide from the answers to those things. The real problem is the second S, story. They have a story that says it's a set of beliefs they tell themselves over and again. I've tried everything. Or if they're single, all the good ones are gone. Whatever the story is. And if you tell yourself a story over and over again, so we convince ourselves. You always come up with a lousy story when you're in a lousy state. And so the number one thing I show people to do is how to change their emotional state. When you're feeling tired or frustrated, when you learn how to change your body so that you really feel excited and isn't fake, when you learn how to change your biochemistry, which is what I teach people to do, when you're upset with someone, do you ever notice how you can now remember everything that they've ever done that ever upset you, right? But when you're in love, what's wrong with life? What's wrong with anything? When you're in love, we have no money. Who cares? We're in love, right? So your emotional state controls the story you have about your life, and then your story determines whether you find a strategy, or even if you know the strategy, whether you really do it or not. When people say I tried, what they're really telling me is I have a story that says I should try this, but it's really not going to work. So I give it a half-reared attempt and it didn't work, and now I can tell people I tried. What you really got to do is learn to change your emotion, your state, change your story, and then you can find the strategy or you can make the strategy.
Surround yourself with growth mindsets wherever you can, with growth people, with growth videos. When I say growth, it's just like the things that make you feel better about yourself, the things that make you push forward, the things that make you realize failure is a part of success, the things that make you realize, yes, you can do this. There is a next level. Screw what everybody else says. You got this in you. You are strong enough. You are good enough. And simultaneously, why don't we just think about the universe or God being these other people and just, even if they don't support you, that's fine. Be nice. Treat everybody as a way you'd want to be treated, even if they treat you, because your focus should be on you, your next level of you, your bigger version of you, more money, time, energy, effort. All right, that's my message for today. I got pushed hard this morning, and Trent simultaneously did a video saying I pushed him. Wow. Surround yourself with people who push you, who care about you. And if you don't have a lot of that in your life, that's understandable. I get it. Then find it online.
So you want to feel more confident in life? Reconnect with yourself and others. With yourself, that's your morning routine. Lock in that morning routine. The more you feel connected to self, the more confident you are. But you need the time to connect to yourself, away from the email, the social media, the obligations for the kids, the family, the husbands, the spouses, the team, everything else. You need that moment where you're like out and connecting with yourself, with your thoughts. You need time to think and to feel again. So turn off the TV, go for the walk. Put down the phone, do the meditation. Get away from the social thing 10 minutes earlier so you can sit in the car and just think before you go home. You need more space to be thinking and connecting with self. Why is it everyone who ever had some type of, midlife crisis had to go away. They had to go away so they could connect with themselves. Why do you go to a spa? To change up your environment and lock in and feel your mind, your thought, your body once more. So build that in your life, self-connection.
Dharma is a fascinating concept.
Yes.
I absolutely love it.
Love it.
And the loose language terminology for it is purpose or calling or your mission and vision in life. Like, what are you meant to do? It's kind of like what you're meant to do. And the thing about Dharma is Dharma talks about how we think we have to learn lots of stuff, when actually Dharma is unlearning and bringing out what you already have. Whoa. So one of the things I mentioned in the book is that you can't be anything. There's two lies we've been told growing up. The first lie is you're nothing. You're stupid, you're worthless, you're not gonna make it. And I'm sure many people listening and watching have heard that from teachers, parents, aunts, uncles, whoever it is. And then the other lie that we're actually told, and I don't think it's a lie, I think it's positive, but sometimes it's misconstrued, is you can be anything.
Right.
And we all know that's not true too.
Right.
And it's unfair because sometimes people get misled.
You're exactly right.
And the Dharma point of view is you can't be anything you want, but you can be everything you are. And what I mean by that is you have a genius, a potential, a power inside of you that you don't know yet. Why? Because you're inexperienced. It's not that you're unqualified, it's you're inexperienced. So people are saying, I'm stuck. I don't know where my life's going. I don't know what my purpose is. So you're perceiving yourself to be unqualified or underqualified. Actually, you're just inexperienced. You just haven't done enough things to let the magnet of your life tell you what it's attracted to. So for me, that's what Dharma is encouraging people to do. And this beautiful verse from this Vedic text, a monk text called the Manusmriti. And it says that when you protect your purpose protects you. And what I love about that, and you will appreciate this because I know you're someone that I feel is living this, a purpose is like a rare gem and you have to protect it. People will tell you that gem is worthless. They'll tell you that that gem is not gonna make it. They'll tell you that that gem, that jewel has no value. And that's why you have to protect your own purpose because the world is gonna constantly try and pull you away from it. So Dharma is it's not a belief system, it's a fact that you've got skills, genius, potential is sitting inside of you and you have not seen it yet.
This is the man that just doesn't know how to express himself in any other way. And so he uses aggression to assert his dominance. And he reacts with aggression because acting any other way isn't manly. Acting any other way is weak, is soft, is girly, whatever it may be. Other words that are not in this PG-rated podcast. And again, I don't know many things good that come from anger. Like, even fighting anger with anger back. Like, I don't know many things that are good. And so, is it Martin Luther King who said something? Did you give me this quote about Martin Luther King? He said something like, I'll never get angry because of a man's efforts. I'm messing up the quote, but I'll never get angry because of the man's efforts because I will never give him power over me.
Yeah.
Getting angry over someone else's actions gives them power over you. You're saying that you have control, I'm going to react to your control. As opposed to, I'm going to be at peace, and I'm going to have control over my reactions. And that's some power right there. Yeah. When you don't respond with anger, that is the ultimate power, even when the worst things happen. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be frustrated, you shouldn't be angry from time to time and things like that. I just think, again, we get to be aware. If our default is anger when someone cuts us off and we start freaking out, if our default is passive-aggressive anger when our girlfriend or wife does something we don't like, when our kids do something, we're gonna constantly snap at them and get angry and like get the whip out or whatever it is. It's like, how does that serve humanity? How does that teach the people around us what a man is supposed to be? Always angry? Is that what a man is? Is that healthy to teach that? So we get to look within ourselves. Again, I was telling you, I almost got so angry the other day because I missed my flight.
Yeah.
And the TSA people took forever to get through. And I was like, come on, guys, get me through here. I'm going to miss the flight. The door shut, like as I'm coming around the corner of the gate. And I wanted to freak out on like the whole airport. I wanted to scream. I wanted to kick over the trash cans. I wanted to punch the walls. I wanted to like yell at the customer support person. And I was like feeling this rage boil up inside of me. I was just like, breathe. I was just like, breathe, don't make a scene, because that would be my natural default.
Yeah.
It'd still be like, yes, this is what's okay. I'm allowed to do this. But that doesn't serve the situation. It doesn't help me. It makes me look like an idiot, and it causes chaos that then I have to deal with at a later time and apologize and all these things. So it's like in those moments of anger, breathe, like continue to breathe until you're not angry. It may take you an hour. You know what I mean? For some of us, it took me like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Standing there with this customer service person, I was like, I'm not going to speak until I'm able to be in control of my emotions.
The stuff that I'm fascinated with is behavior, right? Perception and behavior is how I see myself and how people see themselves and why, and then how they see the world and why. And then we know that the action, I mean, in The Secret, you mentioned earlier, I was in The Secret, and the thing I loved about The Secret is it gave people some hope that changing my thinking really can make a difference. But there's also the other part of it. In the law of attraction, there was one thing that was left out, and it was called the law of Goya. And the law of Goya is the G-O-Y-A law. It's the get off your ass law. There's nobody that I know other than trust fund friends, okay, that haven't had to do any work to achieve their success. Nobody that I know, whether it's Tony Hsieh, whether it's you, whether it's me, whether it's Mark Cuban, it doesn't make, Richard Branson, Oprah Winfrey, doesn't make a difference. They've all had to take actions, but it's not just any action. It's taking the right actions in the right order at the right time consistently. And so I've been fascinated with how do we help people develop the mental, emotional, and behavioral habits that lead to success. Because that's the key, mindset, skill set, and action set. That's the formula.